I'm Evan Netsch. I'm here at Kitty Hawk Kites, Waves Village, North Carolina, and in the air I have the 2017 Cabrinha Contra. The Contra is Cabrinha's light wind specific kite. So it's really, it's a kite that's meant to be an extension of anyone's quiver. So regardless if you're someone that likes to ride wake style or ride in the waves or, just general free ride, the Contra is the kite that's designed for light wind specific reasons. And it really performs well across the board. It unhooks well, it boosts well, it's very fast turning for its size, and is essentially an extension of anybody's quiver. So if you really want to get on the water, make the most of your sessions, certainly look at a Contra for your biggest kite. In terms of sizing, the biggest question we get is, what size Contra is right for me. Most people at 12 meters, kind of their intermediate to larger size kite. If you're someone my size, I'm on the lighter side, I weigh 155 pounds. I could go with a 13 Contra or a 15 Contra and be good. If you're a bit heavier, I'd certainly push you towards the 17, and for 2017 we have a 19 meter Contra, which for someone my size I think is way too big. But if you are a bigger guy, I would certainly say the 19 meters, perfect for someone that weighs 200 pounds or even more. But the Contra, like I said earlier, is an extension of your quiver. It's not something you necessarily want a quiver of. So, for the bigger guys, you want a 19, and then you have maybe a 14 switchblade and size down from there. For a lighter weight person, I'd suggest going with the 15 or maybe even the 13 if you're really on the smaller size, and then having your kite size down, further from there. I wouldn't suggest, getting a multiple quiver of Contras. If you're a really big guy, I think you're gonna be much happier on a 14 switchblade than a 13 Contra. But talking a little more specifically about the kite, what makes the Contra so good in light wind specific conditions? It's 3 struts, so it is a little bit lighter in the sky and it's extremely stable. This year they've have it sit a little farther forward than they did in the past year, but it still sits comfortably in the wind window, so it has really good low end and it has a lot of grunts. When you dive the kite and the wind is light, you get that power right off the bat you need to get up in out of the water. This year they've made the kite a little bit higher aspect than they have in the past, and having the kite a little higher aspect gives it a little better D-power, so you won't get overpowered on it as quickly, and also gives it a little bit better jumping. And in light winds, it's generally hard to jump because you don't have that much wind in your kite, and having a little higher aspect kite is going to give you a little more loft, a little more hang time, and it means more fun on those light wind days. And then of course they've really worked hard to get extremely easy relaunch into this kite, because relaunching a big kite in light wind is always a challenge. So that's that was definitely one of the most important things they've consciously worked into this kite, is very, very easy relaunch. All of that paired with the Cabrinha quality construction. We have the the new bridles on it this year for 2017, an updated sprint inflation system for all the struts. And if you look really closely, you can see the pure profile panels, which is essentially 2 canopy sections for each leading edge section, which allows the kite to really have the most perfect curve possible. And that's definitely something that is specific to Cabrinha, and that is something that Cabrinha is doing specifically, only with their brand, is those custom cut sections of canopy material for each single leading edge section. And it really gives that kite that really solid feel in the sky, and everybody notes that Cabrinhas have that very distinct, solid, secure feel, and this is one of the reasons why they have that. So that is the 2017 Cabrinha Contra. This is a 13 meter in the sky right now. It is getting pretty powered on. It's probably blowing almost 16, 18 knots. But if you're looking for a light wind specific kite, certainly check out Kitty Hawk Kites with the Cabrinha Contra kites.